So let's talk about financial conservatism.
Good. I will tell you something that when I first started, and it's small now, I don't even think anybody's noticed it, but when I first joined council, you'd have a line item on the agenda each week, and it wouldn't, a lot of people are not going to, if they even look at the agenda, they're not going to dive any deeper. So I wanted, back then, you may recall 2011 was, what was it called? It was a time of very high focus on finances and on spending. And I was right there with them. And we wouldn't have the dollar amount, and it wouldn't tell where it came from. So I saw when I was on CFPUA, they had it on there. And I was like, why aren't we doing that? So that's something that they adopted, because I wanted to, we'd have people call me and said, y'all are spending $2 million on that. And I said, well, that's federal money. It's coming from the federal government. It's still your money, but it gets disseminated to cities. It's a flow through. It's a pass through. It's not there's no property taxes. My point was, I want people to know how much is being spent. I want it to be top line, not in the weeds. I want to know where it's come from. Because, it's one thing if we're having to buy a new fire truck or a new trash truck just out of cash. But if you're being responsible and you're setting aside money over time, then that's the way, then you're being very responsible. And, just because you're spending money doesn't mean it's a bad thing. We need the fire truck's 20 years old. We need a new one. But if we didn't start planning for that 10 years ago, then we're being dumb.
Just like our own checkbooks, is that if you're going to make a purchase, you open up the checkbook, check the balance. And if the balance isn't there, you either can't purchase it or you start planning to make that purchase. That's what you're pushing for.